This is the Sporky from RESConcepts, or RESConcepts, I don't know how they say that. It's a polymer chassis. It's got TPU roof or cab or whatever you want to call it. I 3D printed these wheels. It has a Chinese Capra front axle, a stock Capra, like a legit Capra rear axle. I just added these Yo-Yo Yoda Pilot servo mounts from Shapeways, front and rear. I just added rear steer to this. That's why I'm making this video. NSDRC RS800 V2 servo up front. Just a cheap Flash Hobby 60 kg direct power servo from Amazon out back. It's got the deluxe ultralight portal trans, a Holmes Hobby 2040 kV motor, I think. It has a dinky RC ESC, which I like quite a bit, man. It's the Escape 32 programming, so I could like Wi-Fi program it. Pretty neat. Rover tires, 2.2 hot body Rovers, white dot. Some inserts I printed that I found on Thingiverse. The fronts are a little bit too soft. I might have to redo those. Back ones are pretty good. I just made these links with all thread. I don't have a whole lot of wheel time on this thing with the rear steer. That's what I'm out here for. I did have this brace here, up here, and it flexed quite a bit, so I put it back. I wasn't used to it. This whole chassis flexes, it's pretty cool. Totally different driving experience. Alright, let's get some more wheeling in. Oh, and I control it with the Radio Link RC6, which this rear steer here makes it pretty handy. Pretty easy. I can steer with my right hand on this one and my left thumb right here. I hold the controller in my hand, so it is easy. Or not the controller, I mean the camera. So it's easy to do all that with the thumb steer. Pretty handy. I thought I was losing my servo, but these screws here, it's only just these two screws, and then for the link mounts right there that hold it on, these two screws on top are too short, I guess. They're pulling it out. So I thought I was losing my servo horn or my servo, but it works fine. I'm gonna have to find some longer screws and maybe run some zip ties around this thing. I don't know. We'll see. This is the servo's handling 4S just fine too. I don't know if it's because it's powering both of them or what, but this is the second time I've been out with it and doing all right. Alrighty. This one I was got to get just a little bit of a hop on it. I just this doesn't have the breakover some other chassis do. I hope they come out with a version 2 with a better breakover, something a little more modern. Oh yeah, see that servo? Our servo mount starting to pull up again. So I don't have a whole lot. Turning driver is no problem. I'll turn to the passenger side. The vehicle's right side. I feel like I could have made that if my servo was working right. I guess the servo is technically working right, it's just the mount is messed up. This is not waterproof. You gotta be extra careful. Not so much worried about the receivers, the ESC. At least I don't think it's waterproof. I know the receiver is not. Man. He was driving like a puss because the water's right there. battery died. All right, that's it for today. This servo mount is not staying on, and I thought I could drive it with just not doing the rear steer, but since it's also a link riser and it's coming up, it's forcing my pinion down, just doing weird things with that. So I'm gonna wrap it up. Overall, pretty happy. Those 2 screws, that was my fault for using too short of screws. Everything else though worked pretty good. Pretty happy with it. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned.